Okay, welcome to the Crow Discovery Project. Maybe I should say welcome back, my friends, to the show that never ends. We have a possible lunar wave out of Houston, Texas, shot by Randy. So I'm going to jump in here first with some footage that shows you how he's shooting. He's got a Sony Handycam on a 6-inch Celestron telescope, and you can see there that he's looking through an eyepiece. And that's why this footage will end up being so close, which makes it very hard for me to vet. But at the same time, if this is a legitimate lunar wave, which I guess I'm not ready to call it 100%, it's a very close view. It's akin to when I shoot having a view of a Frisbee when you look at this footage looking at about a dime. When you shoot through an eyepiece, it gets you very close. It gives us a different perspective. If this is in fact a lunar wave, and it does have some trademarks. There are two waves that are going to go by, but there are also some things that make me wonder. The longest footage to date is the 2012 footage. It's either 12 or 15 seconds. Here comes the first wave right here. It's going to be fast. And there it is, through. Now, this is going to run 18 seconds before the second wave comes. It's going to be in the upper left, and by then the shadow of the moon is dominating the frame. So I'll tell you when it's going to come. Look in the upper left. It's very fast. Okay, here it comes. And there it went. So now I'm going to slow it down, some brightness and contrast, and I'll cue you. Here comes the first wave. There it is. Okay, we're going to run a couple seconds here, and I'll tell you when the second wave is coming, which also has brightness and contrast. This has been slowed slightly. As we go in, I'm going to slow each one down a bit more, but with this tight view, I just don't have the references that I need to know for sure what we're looking at here. Okay, here comes the second one, upper left, and there it goes. All right, this clip's going to run out, and I'm going to run some filters on this footage. So you can see it's a unique view that we have never seen before, shooting through a 26mm eyepiece, but we don't have the reference points. All right, here comes the wave. And there it goes through. That was about 50% speed, I believe. All right, we're going to load up the second wave here at 50% speed. Here it comes. And there it goes. All right, now I'm going to put a find edge filter on. I'm going to slow it down more. I believe I slowed this by down to 30% speed. And here it comes. There's the wave through the big one. All right, here comes the second wave that is just hard to see because black is dominating. Upper left corner, here it comes. And there it goes. All right, it's going to run one more time here, I believe. I slowed this way down. It's either 20 or 30%, and I'll just let it run. There's the first one, very slow. There's a little bit of contrast and brightening on this. Okay, now we're going to load the second wave, which came 18 seconds later. There it goes. All right, I want to give a special shout out to Randy in Texas. I believe he received his 6-inch Celestron around Christmas time, and these are some of the still shots that he's been taking, finding interesting things on the moon, is what he told me when he gave me these images. As these stills run by in the background that he took, I'm going to talk a minute. So you can see by this footage why I shoot the moon the way I shoot in a very wide field. If we're going to determine what the lunar wave is, short of the moon blinking out and disappearing or some other crazy anomaly happening, which doesn't seem very likely, without that full moon shot, you lose a lot of reference points. Now, when I look at this, I understand it's the closest view we've had, but there are things about it that just seem a bit different. I mean, if you look at the 2012 footage, you can just, it's a whole other feel. Now, to be fair, every footage since the 2012 footage has been quicker, the waves have been quicker, and they've been more transparent. But the 2012 footage, and again, I forget whether it's 12 or 15 seconds for both waves to go by, the slowest by far, there's 18 seconds in between these waves in this footage. So anyhow, there it is. Thank you so much, Randy. Cheers to the folks in Houston, Texas. At any rate, thanks everyone who has come over to the Examiner. I've had quite a good turnout over there. I still need to get just tons more to make this work, but you know, the link is down in the description of this video if you want to come catch my articles. The last one was about the fake imagery NASA has been pushing on us. This dark side of the moon video they just pushed out was fake. It was computer generated, and so I call them out in my article, so check me out. And lastly, I want to say a couple words about a friend we're going to lose today. A member of our family is probably leaving the planet today. He was an honest man, a generous man, and a very devout man. And I just want to say that we love you, Jim, and we'll miss you. Cheers.